News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
It is a royal mess out there this morning. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. Congratulations, you made it. It's Friday, December 18th, 2015. I have been monitoring the law enforcement and emergency medical services scanner. All morning, there has been a one-vehicle rollover near Alberton where a woman was trapped inside a vehicle. Several emergency vehicles from Missoula Rural Fire, Frenchtown Fire, Missoula County Sheriff's Office all headed out. That happened about 4:30 this morning. Another accident in which several people were involved in injury accident, ambulances. There are people sliding off the roads all over western Montana. Please use extreme caution as you're driving this morning. The snow is very, very slick. Roads around the area are snowpacked, snow-covered, and icy at this time. So please take your time and keep that seatbelt buckled. Our newscast this morning sponsored by Kootenai Creek Village, the maintenance-free active adult community in Stevensville with the best of western Montana living. Was very little for Casey Heavy Runner to be thankful for on Thanksgiving morning. If you remember, having been shot in the face after allegedly breaking into a friend's home and assaulting him with a knife. He appeared in Missoula Justice Court yesterday, charged with felony burglary, assault with a weapon, and tampering with evidence. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Brittany Santorno has more.
The defendant went inside one of his friend's house and came at him with a knife. After he was repeatedly asked to leave, the friend was forced to shoot the defendant to get him to leave. The defendant fled on foot and hid the knife in a shaving cream kit, which was owned by his neighbor.
Santorno pointed out Heavy Runner's extensive criminal history while requesting Judge Marie Anderson set bail at $35,000.
The defendant has an extensive criminal history, including convictions for felony theft, felony bail jumping, disorderly conduct, 3 counts of that, 2 counts of partner family member assault, criminal mischief, and obstructing. He clearly presents a danger to the community and is a flight risk based on his bail jumping conviction.
Bail was set at $35,000 after being shot on Thanksgiving Day. Heavy Runner's next court appearance will be New Year's Eve at 4 p.m. Montana health officials have signed a contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Montana to administer the state's Medicaid expansion under President Obama's Affordable Care Act. Department of Public Health and Human Services Director Richard Opper and Blue Cross President Mike Frank signed the 2-year contract on Wednesday. It can be renewed for a total of 7 years. The coverage begins January 1st. Earlier this week, Montana State Legislator Tom Burnett challenged the hiring of ex-Lieutenant Governor Angela McLean by the Office of the Commissioner of Higher Education. Burnett contested McLean's $102,000 salary and compared it to the $72,000 the prior director of American Indian and Minority Achievement who left in the fall. In response, Deputy Commissioner Kevin McCrae pointed out McLean's new title has more responsibility.
That was her only job responsibility. She had no supervisory responsibilities, and she did nothing in K-12 education or with the ETS and Gear Up programs. So it's not a comparable position. The $72,000 doesn't have anything to do with the $82,000 to $92,000 range that we hope to fill the position at.
Burnett also criticized the current $302,000 salary of Commissioner Clay Christian, pointing out the prior commissioner earned only $213,000 and that enrollment is currently down. McCrae points out it was Burnett that had a role in making those salary decisions.
He's on the Appropriations Committee, so he approved and voted for the budget that we are spending. So every one of our positions was brought to the Legislative Appropriations Committee that he is on. Our salary information is public, our funding is public, and he voted for and approved that budget, so I just don't know how to respond to that.
McCrae says he hopes Burnett would reach out to the Commissioner of Higher Education's office with his questions. According to one of Missoula's busiest firearms dealers, demand has been brisk over the last few months for handguns as a means of personal safety and security. Axemen firearms owner Rich Oshner said the terrorist incidents in Paris and San Bernardino, after those, more Missoula residents are seeking firearms and training.
The trend right now that we've noticed is more of a demand for conceal-type small handguns that people can carry and have on them in case of the event of something violent like that happening.
Oshner recommended different types of handguns depending upon the skill and experience level of the customer.
If a person is proficient and practices with a firearm on a regular basis, I think a semi-auto is a good choice. On the other hand, if they're looking for something that is simpler to operate, that they can put in, say, a dresser drawer and go back later and get to it if they need to, and I think a revolver is a better choice.
Ochsner said more of his customers are also asking how to obtain a concealed carry permit. And of course, that firearms and accessories make a thoughtful Christmas gift. For most, the holidays are a time for family. But according to Child and Family Services Montana Division Coordinator Sarah Corbally, there are a record number of Montana kids without a place to call home this Christmas.
As of this month, we have 2,775 children in foster care in the state of Montana right now. This is the highest number we've ever seen in our state history of children in foster care.
Corbally says drug abuse appears to be driving the increased number of foster children, and one drug in particular is the main culprit.
We've seen the number of children in foster care as a result of methamphetamine use rise from 230 in 2010 to over 850 as of last month.
It's a common perception that children in the foster care system are older, but that rule does not hold true for Montana.
Half of our children are ages 0 to 5, so many of the children in foster care are very young, and the largest age group is 0 to 1, so we do have a lot of babies in foster care as well. Yeah, it is a definite need in this state for good families who are willing to care for these children.
Anyone interested in helping to care for a foster child, call 866-9-FOSTER. Federal officials are seeking public comment on the power plant at Hungry Horse Dam as they move forward with a proposed modernization of the plant. The Missoulian reports the Bureau of Reclamation, which operates the dam and power plant, is looking for the public's help in identifying concerns that should be addressed in an environmental assessment for the project. The assessment is scheduled to be released sometime next summer. And speaking of snow, the snow-covered Yellowstone National Park has reopened for winter activities. The park opened Tuesday for guided snowmobile and snow coach rides entering through the northwest and south gates. The east entrance doesn't open to snowmobile traffic until December 22nd. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
A wintry mix is expected today, and at times we could see pockets of freezing rain. Temperatures will hover right around the freezing mark. Tonight, areas of rain will change over to snow as our lows drop into the 20s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.